Hey up lads and lasses, Fletch here from Ultimate Halo, and Halo Infinite has a key pillar for development, which is enabling the player to express themselves thoroughly through player customization. I think we can pretty much all agree that Halo Infinite's customization looks great so far, and in doing this there's one caveat that's come along which has fans split down the middle. Some people are not too bothered and quite like the idea of what 343 have done, and others, on the other hand, are just not sure and not sure if they buy into it or not. So, let's break it down.
Ultimate Halo.
Just as a quick heads up, we're nearly at that 100,000 subscriber mark, so if you love Halo Infinite content, just like me, feel free to hit that button. It'd mean a lot and it supports the channel tremendously. Okay, so here's the quick overview. In Halo Infinite, fans are no longer red versus blue, and we've seen rumours floating around for the past week or so about this anyway, but now that it's confirmed, we can see that in multiplayer there is a red outline to the enemy player, or blue depending on which team you're on. Now in traditional Halo, if you've been living under a rock, of course the enemy team would be a separate colour and their armour colour would be the full colour for their team. So for example, you'd be a full red or a full blue. But in Halo Infinite this works differently. You keep your base coating and colour because 343 want to show your armour in the game so you can have that bit more expression and people can identify who you are. So this comes with various pros and cons. The pros are it allows players to express themselves more freely. Coatings change your texture and finish. So for example, you could be shiny, you could be more rugged and war-torn, you can have a traditional camouflage, which I think looks pretty awesome. It also enables more callouts. So for example, if you're a newer player to Halo Infinite and you don't know what that certain part of the map is all the way over there, you can say in this corner there's a guy with red and grey armour, and your teammates are more than likely or quite possibly are going to pick them out and know who they are. But on the other hand, here are the cons. There are no straight up colours anymore, so there's a few things that this hurts. First of all, it hurts machinima and requires a lot of playing around to get the colours that you want because you have to do the grind to get those colours. And what if there isn't a combination for the character you want? Then that's a bit of a problem, is it not? I also feel like, is it going to be harder to determine who's your enemy? Now of course, having a full red person versus a full character with just a red outline, which is going to be easier to see? I would say the former. I would say the red person in full red is going to be easier to see. But that's not always the case, because in Halo 5 some maps the blue team were just really hard to see. What about if you are visually impaired? Because to be honest with you, not that I'm visually impaired myself, I might have a dodgy right eye, but I can see pretty well. I would think that somebody who struggles with eyesight might have a little bit of an issue with this because it'll be harder to see an outline, just a little stroke around a character, rather than a full block colour. Also, is the outline going to be in your face, and is it going to take away from the visual experience? Because Halo games are always a visual treat. But one thing people didn't like about Halo 5 was weapon outlines. It just seemed like there was too much visual noise there, but it did seem like it was helpful for people with visual impairments at the same time because it helped them see it more than just having the weapon there normally on the map. But also, is it also a bad thing because it adds more visual noise and it takes you out of the immersive experience of the game? So here's what it boils down to, and I want you guys to let me know your opinions in the comment section down below. But I personally think I'm on the fence. To be really honest with you, I think it has its benefits and I think it has its drawbacks, but ultimately I think that we're going to have to play the game to truly find out how this plays across. I think maybe there will be too much visual noise. I think that's my main concern, and even though it's the multiplayer and it's a competitive sort of side of things, I still want that immersion. I don't want anything to take me out of that. But time will tell. But I hope you all enjoyed this video, or at least got a bit of insight or food for thought. Once again, my name is Jack Fletcher, and I will see you next time on the one and the only Ultimate Halo.
Subscribe now to Ultimate Halo for more unfriggin' believable Halo content.